Hi, welcome to episode 19 of live.withcode.uk. This week it is Remembrance Day. So, as we take a minute's silence throughout the country on Wednesday, the 11th of November, we're going to create a Python program together to draw a poppy to remember all the people who have served in the armed forces to protect the freedom and democracy that we enjoy. So, we're going to focus on sequence in today's video. Sequence just means the order that we execute instructions, where the order is important. So we'll start from scratch. Remember, there's links to activities in the description of this video or on live.withcode.uk. You can type out the codes and build up your confidence and your typing speed. There's an activity where you can work through K-Pride, so to focus on the keywords, predict what will happen, and run it, investigate with some challenges down at the bottom, practice your debugging skills, and then a bit of a blank canvas to see what you can create yourself. And there's kind of a keywords challenge on there as well. So if you've signed up for points, remember your school can register for free, so that you can track your progress and compete against your friends and hopefully get some prizes each week. But let's get started creating this together. This is live coding, so you'll see all the mistakes that I make, but hopefully we'll end up with something that looks a little bit like this. So we start off by importing the turtle module, and we have to import that before we use it. So sequence is important here. We can't use the turtle module before we import. You'd get an error message if we tried to do that. So we'll say t equals, and we'll go inside that turtle module. We'll call, so we'll create a new turtle object and call it t. And then we'll draw. So if you move forwards by a certain amount, the turtle kind of crawls along the floor by a certain amount. So we're going to start with the stem of the flower. So if we go left by 90 degrees and make sure that we draw in green, so we have to use the American spelling of the word color here, and green is passed as a string, so some text for green. We'll also make the line a little bit thicker, so t.width, let's go for 5 pixels. Yeah, that looks all right. Okay, so next we're going to draw the poppy, and we'll draw the poppy as a series of circles. So we should probably put some comments on here. This is draw the stem, and then afterwards we're going to draw the flower. So we're going to break the flower down into 5 circles. So to draw one circle, we want to move forwards by a certain amount, let's say 1 for now, and then we want to turn right. Now I'm going to do this 36 times. So to repeat something, we're going to use a for loop. We'll use a variable I to count in range, and 36 means it's going to repeat 36 times. So I'm going to indent both of these lines, press tab to indent it. So that should hopefully now draw a circle. I want the circle to be bigger, which means each of the 36 times we move forwards and turn right, I want to move forwards a little bit further. So let's see what happens if it's 5 pixels. Yeah, that's okay. All right, so these should have a black outline and a red inside. So before we start drawing the flower, so remember sequence is what we're focusing on today, we have to change the color before we draw the flower. T.color, spelled the American way, black, and then T.begin fill to start coloring in, and T.end fill down here. Now that's probably going to fill it in black, which we don't want. So we've got 2 colors to play with Turtle Graphics. We've got the outline color, the line color, and the fill color as well. We want that to be red. I can't remember if it has an underscore or not. No, it doesn't. So let's get rid of the underscore. It's a bit inconsistent. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't for different procedure or method names. Okay, so we've got 1 petal. Now I'd like to just rotate a little bit and draw the next one. So let's, so that's at the start of the flower, and then this is draw a petal. So I want to repeat all of this 5 times. now I can't use the same variable to repeat this time. I've already used I, so I'll call it for petal in range, and I'm going to draw 5 of them. And then all of this is going to be indented. That means all of these lines of code are going to be repeated 5 times. If I do it at the moment, we're going to draw 5 petals, but they're all going to be in the same place, which is a bit irritating. Don't really want to do that. Instead, we're just going to say t.right. Okay, so let's think. There's 360 degrees in a circle. If we divide 360 by 5, we should get 32. So hopefully, if we do that 5 times, we'll go all the way around, drawing 5 circles. Nice. So now we're just going to draw the black bit in the middle of the poppy. So let's comment what we've got. Draw 5 petals, and then draw black, I don't know what to call it, thing in the middle. That's not very descriptive, sorry biologists. So we're going to draw another circle for this. For I in range. Now we can use I this time because it's not going to be interfering with this one. By the time we finish drawing all of this, it's fine, we can use I again. You can call the variable whatever you like. I'm just going to repeat this 36 times. T.right 10 to rotate by 10 degrees, and T.forwards probably just 1 this time. And then I'm going to want to fill that one in black. So we'll need to do a begin fill, an end fill, and change the fill color to black. Otherwise, maybe we don't need to, because the line's so big, we don't really need to fill it in. So that's nice. What we're going to do now is draw some text down at the bottom that just says, lest we forget. The whole point of a poppy is to help people to remember all of the people who've served in the armed forces, and we don't want to forget them. So let's draw some text. T.goto, so 0, 0 is the middle of our canvas. The first number is the x coordinate going across, the second number is the y coordinate, and I think it goes from like minus 200 to plus 200 in both directions. And then T dot, is it just text? I don't know, we'll soon find out. Lest we forget. And then we'll probably need to change a few things on here. The text won't be big enough, and it's probably going to be, as the turtle teleports down here, it draws a thick black line. So we don't want that. So let's fix the thick black line first by saying t.pen up before we teleport and t.pen down after we teleport. So the sequence is really important here. The order that we do things is the sequence of instructions. For the text, it wasn't just t.text. What was it? Oh, t.right. There we go. And we can set the font and the align, as in center alignment. That sounds good. So t.right. We can say the font is equal to, and then the name of the font and the size of the font, and set the alignment to be center, spelled the American way. Okay, hopefully this will work. So while we're testing it, I'm going to type in some challenges. Help. Yeah, it works, but I'd rather like the text to be black, and I'd like the text to be further down the screen. So I'll put that in as a challenge. Challenge 1, change the text to a different color. And then challenge 2, move the text down a bit. So you're just going to need a t.color in here before you draw the text, and you're going to need to change the coordinates here for where you draw the text. And then challenge 3, a bit more challenging for this one, draw a green leaf on the stem. So I don't mind if it's an abstraction, if you hide unnecessary detail, if you simplify the drawing and just draw it as a rectangle, but you can be as adventurous as you like. So remember, there's links in the description to this video for some interactive challenges. If you've signed up for the weekly competitions, then you get points for those challenges. I hope that this has been helpful. Do tune in next week where we have another challenge on live.withcode.uk. All the best. Bye-bye.